This is Jamie, and today I'll be teaching you how to solve quadratic equations. So, first of all, what is a quadratic equation? Well, it's a parabolic function, which means that it's curved, not straight when you graph it. And it is different from linear equations because it has a quadratic term. This is a linear equation, and this is a quadratic equation. Notice how it has an ax squared? That is what makes it a quadratic equation. So let's get on to our first example. X squared plus 8x plus 12. So our first step in solving a quadratic equation is you're going to want to take the c term and find factors of it. So factors of 12 are 6 times 2, 12 times 1, 4 times 3, and that's it. So now we're going to want to find our two factors that add up to 8, also known as our b term. So I know that 6 plus 2 is equal to 8, so that means that these are the two numbers that we're going to want to use. So we're going to write out x squared plus 6x, our first number, plus 2x plus 12. And then we're going to want to factor these two pairs of terms. So the greatest common factor of x squared plus 6x is x. So that means that's going to be x in parentheses, x plus 6. And then our other one is going to be the greatest common factor is 2. So that means x plus 6. Now notice how the two terms inside the parentheses are equal to each other. So we're not done yet. We're going to write x plus 6 in parentheses times x plus 2, the two greatest common factors. And then we're going to write x plus 6 is equal to 0, so that means that x is equal to negative 6. Okay, and x plus 2 equals 0, so that means that x is equal to negative 2. Well, we have two values for x, so how do we know which one's right? Well, in this case, we're just going to write x is equal to negative 6 and negative 2, and that would be my final answer. Now, let's get on to another practice question. What if we take the example x squared minus x minus 30 equals 0? Well, in this case, we have a negative. So how are we going to solve this? Well, we're going to have to find the factors of negative 30. So that means negative 6 times 5, negative 5 times 6, negative 10 times 3, negative 3 times 10, negative 30 times 1, and negative 1 times 30. And that's it. So we're going to have to find out which of these factors added up is equal to negative 1. Because remember, there's always a 1 in front of a variable without a coefficient. Okay, so negative 6 plus 5 is equal to negative 1. So these would be our two numbers that we're going to want to use. So that means we're going to have to do x squared minus 6, because as stated in our past video, a negative turns into subtraction. So x squared minus 6x plus 5x minus 30 equals 0. So we're going to want to factor out these two terms again, the two pairs of terms. So the greatest common factor of x squared minus 6x is x. So that means we're going to do x minus 6 in parentheses plus, and then 5x. Oh wait, sorry. It would just be 5. 5x minus 6. And there we have it. So we're going to want to write out x minus 6 in parentheses times x plus 5. And that means that our answer is going to be x is equal to 6 or negative 5. Because remember, we're going to want to do x minus 6 is equal to 0, so that means that x is equal to 6. And x plus 15 is equal to 0. So that means that x is equal to negative 5. Sorry, this is supposed to be a 5. Okay. And that would be my final answer. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and please continue to watch them.